Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's like Grand Admiral Hunter is ticked off and he needs to rant. We're going to talk about the new augment hostiles a little bit and the loop. So I just feel like this is more BS that Scopely's throwing at us. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. It feels like Xindi 2.0, and I'll explain that in the video why. But I really wish they would stop doing this to the players. And for those of you who've been playing it all today, if you're watching the video today, or right after I record it, for some players, it's like hundreds and hundreds of hostiles they have to kill. So anyways, let's talk about the new hostiles. Let's talk about what you need to do. But let's also give a chance that for Grand Admiral Hunter, I just have to get this off my chest and the BS that we're all having to deal with. So let's talk about it. Why? Because the players matter. All right, so here we are in game. Let's talk briefly about the loop. Okay, so if we hop into the augment faction here really briefly, there's all these goodies, right? And if we're going to break it down in a nutshell, there's all these favors. I recommend probably looking at the Mark of Khan for increasing the loot. Also, we'll have to see, we're not going to dive into crews in this video. I'm going to save that for another one. But loot is going to be important, right? So loot drives everything. When you're getting favors, you're getting avatars, missions, officers, whatever it is, loot's going to drive it. Okay. So we have these 4 different types, common, uncommon, rare, epic. I think they're kind of referring to these as like, they're scaled by ops. And so if you hit in the 40 level system, and we'll look at the augment system in a minute, just to remind people where it's at. But 40 is where you're going to get most of the common loot. And then as you go up, the amount of common loot, as you go up in the system levels, the amount of common loot you get will decrease and these others will increase. So I'll put a chart up here. I put it in my my ArcFall video, but I'll put it here just to kind of show you that as well. It just scales up as you go. So your goal, I think, is to try and turn as many of these as you can. You as the player base, me, you, everyone, we're going to want to turn in as many of these as we can. Good thing these are kind of on cooldown. Yeah, you're going to have to kind of play with, I would suggest loot crews. I went to the 40 level system with my protector, which has pretty good cargo capacity, and I was able to hit there and just go crazy. So if you're a lower level player and you see players hitting in like the 40 level system, that's why. Okay, so just a reminder, if we go out to the system view here and we zoom out, the new augment section is right here next to like Jordan space, Dominion space. This is where you have the Dominion armadas anyways. So you're going to want to go here. Like I said, the 40 level system is kind of the starting point for the lower level materials. And then you kind of go up and there's different charts that if you join me on Discord, see in the description, the link in the description below, you'll be able to see that. But yeah, it scales up. And so I'm talking to a lot of players who are like, Grand Admiral Hunter, I can't hit the 500 hostiles it takes me. I get it. It's frustrating and it pisses me off. Oh, excuse my French. But sorry, no offense to the French. It's just a saying. But it really ticks me off, right? Like, Scopely keeps coming out with these loops that are like impossible for players to do, to score in, and they don't learn their lesson. So the last time that I remember feeling like this, and this is why I'm calling it Xindi 2.0, is when they came out with Xindi 2.0, you had to punch up as high as you could to get the loot that you needed, but then players are like, screw that, I can't beat those hostiles, so I'm going to go down. So they went down to the lower levels to hit the hostiles that they needed here. With this, you have to, not only do you have to punch down, but you need to punch up. I'm a G6 player and I can't do the epic turn-ins like hardly at all. And I'm in the mid approaching the upper G6 level and I can't do it. You could argue, is your research up to snuff? Maybe it's not. But still, I'm talking with other players who spend more money than me in the game and they're like, yeah, this sucks. This is difficult. This is hard. It's not fun. It's not like the challenging hard that you come up with crews and you have fun with it. This is impossible. This is stupid. I don't want to do it till Scopely fixes it. Okay. So it feels like Xindi because we had to punch down, but the problem is that we need to punch up. We need to be able to hit these higher level targets, but we can't because they're too difficult. And once again, Scopely, I'm sure you're doing this on purpose. I know you're doing it on purpose so you can sell more packs next month when you come out with the reland. Let's be honest. At a minimum, Scopely, we need you to adjust it so that the event isn't so crazy, stupid hard. So let's hop in. Let's look at the evolving enemies. By the way, it doubled in points today. I just sucked it up and punched as high as I could with some creative crews. But here, you're getting points for hitting these augment hostiles, and it's giving you points for the higher you go. How stupid is that? Okay, that's fine. You want me to kill these upper level hostiles, but the loop does not reward you for just hitting high level hostiles. Okay, the loop rewards you based upon the loot. So can we please tie this event to something like the loot? Give me so many points for docking common. Give me so many points for docking epic or rare or uncommon materials. The fact that you're forcing me to punch up is a waste of my time and energy, Scopely. Okay? Bonus if you defeat one of the special hostiles. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. So I think it's stupid. I think the points are way out of line. They did the exact same thing when the Xindi came out. They way overscaled it until the players complain. So that's one reason I'm making the video is please complain. Send hate mail, polite hate mail. Can I put it that way? Just tell them how unhappy you are in the nicest way possible. Because they're not going to listen to you. And it's really the frontline people that you're going to be complaining to. And it's the upper level people making decisions, I guess. But crazy how stupid this arc is so far. Okay, so that's basically what you need to do. That's the gist of the loop is you go and you hit the hostiles and you turn the loot in. I think it's the common that has a cooldown of every day. And the others have like an extra day or so. Like I think this had 2, 3, 4, 5. I just was finally able to turn this one in. So this one must be 5. But anyways, they're not every single day. So that's not the end of the world for the upper level players who can hit those hostiles. But they've made it crazy hard to the point that players, I think, don't want to do it. And that's my point. So hopefully that is helpful and you've allowed listening to me to get this little rant out about the loop and how stupid I feel like hitting these hostiles is. They wanted to make it interesting, but they flopped on their execution once again. And this goes on top of the whole event button being broken this arc and how frustrating that is. But to try and defend and stand up for the players, I'm hoping they'll make some changes. If you're watching this video many months down the road, it won't apply to you, but hopefully they'll make some changes. Hopefully you can keep working on your ships. It feels like Xindi, it feels like Silent Hostels where they're like impossible until they make some adjustments for us to even be able to do some of the turn-ins. I think the common and uncommon probably shouldn't be too bad. There's probably some systems you'll find a balance where you'll get both common and uncommon, maybe some rare. So it really depends upon your officers and what ships you have available. But all I can say is keep working on it. Try and do at least the commons, get some turn-ins so you can start unlocking some things, working on the reputation. It's going to be a long haul. This loop is going to be a slog. It really is. Okay. So basics, hit the hostiles, do the turn-ins as much as you can. Personally, I don't have the time. I might have the time to do the double chests on this one, on the common. We'll have to see. I'm doubtful. I mean, I don't even have enough yet for the 800,000 for the double turn in there. So the double turning cost is way excessive as well. And that also feels like Xindi, where the single turn in was tough, but the double turn in was like impossible unless you spent loads of time hitting hostiles. I don't have that time. I don't know if you have the time, but double turn ins is going to be difficult at best. Okay, second thing I want to complain about today. And this is a big like screw up, if you ask my opinion, my honest opinion. So let me hop into artifacts. I don't know how many of you have noticed this, but this is important for me to get out as well. They had something in the patch notes, and I thought it was going to apply to the OG artifacts. But they had something in the patch notes, something that's been in the works for a while from what I hear, about converting, auto-converting, so you didn't have to go into, where is it? I think it's in refinery artifacts. So you didn't have to come in here and do any conversions. The game just does it for you. They had a little stopgap thing where they had the sliders to turn those in. Okay, that's fine. But what they've done is they've made it so that it automatically turns things in. I had a stock of some of Janeway's pocket watch and the Krenum time weapon. But if you look, they're gone. Absolutely gone. So what Scopely ended up doing last month, not only did they, just before the ARC, nerf your ability in the DTI store to turn those in mass, but now you can't even stock up those. And what does that mean? That means that they have taken away an established mechanic that the free-to-play had to score in tournaments. It's completely gone now. Like, you can't do that. And that was a good one. And it made tournaments kind of fun, kind of interesting that they had more things that free-to-play could do. But now, it's gone. So I'm not even going to be claiming these anymore. I mean, what's the point, Scopely? You've taken away something that was really cool. Something I enjoyed doing, something that was fun. Big screw up. And here's, if you want my honest opinion, here's the truth. Okay. I think they knew about it. I think, Scopely, shame on you. I think you knew about this and you didn't like it and you wanted to pull away something that players were using in the game that you didn't think of. You basically nerfed it so that the players had one less free-to-play path, so they had to spend money. So shame on you. Shame on you for taking that away from the players. You should have known better. It's not our fault. So yeah, shame on Scopely. They nerfed it last month, and now I think they nerfed it because they knew they were going to be coming out with this in the update, and now it's just gone. So yeah, I don't know. It kind of ticks me off. Kind of ticks me off that Scopely keeps doing these like ninja nerf moves where they take stuff away from the players that's been established for quite a while, and they just want us to be okay with it. So feel free to contact your local Scopely representative and tell them how unhappy you are with the hostels, with the loop this month, and with the fact that they are nerving us once again with tournaments. So anyway, sorry for the downer, but I have to get this out there, hoping that Scopely or someone will take notice of it, and it will, or you will see it and you'll make some good notes and you'll submit some feedback to Scopely. But gosh, I just hope that this can kind of trickle up as fast as possible to the right ears, and we can get some kind of change. So anyways, that's it for today. I will try and come out with some more videos in the coming days talking about the hostels, a little bit more specifically crew focused, and different things like that. Looking at the officers this month, I think they'll be good to go for to help you with this loop. As is typical Scopely fashion, they give you the solution in the form of payment of some sort, even if that's in-game currency. Yeah, we'll try and come out with some more content to help you all out. Anyways, live long and prosper, Commanders, and we'll see you next time.